name is Vidhi Kalra and welcome back to my channel 5 Minute Economics, where I teach economic concepts in a span of just 5 minutes. So today's topic is the debate around the Agriculture Bills 2020. So we know that there is a nationwide debate and protests going around regarding these farm bills which have been formulated by the government, and it's ironical that though these bills have been formulated by the government for the welfare of the farmers themselves are protesting regarding this. So I made up a short summary regarding what exactly is the situation, the pros and the cons of the bills, and why are the farmers protesting. So yeah, let's get started. So let me first explain to you about the whole process as to how does a market function. So our poor farmer, after he has had his harvest, he goes ahead to APMC, that's the Agriculture Producer Market Committee, commonly known as mandis, and goes ahead and sells his produce over there. Over here what happens? Price discovery happens through auctioning. Farmer comes to know the price which he will get for his produce. And APMCs are basically like middlemen. They further get the produce from the farmers and go ahead and sell it to the corporates. Even if APMC is not willing to buy at price, the farmers can sell at MSP in the APMC market. MSP, I've explained in my previous video as well, is the minimum support price or the floor price which the government has set for the welfare of the farmers. Below this price, the farmers cannot sell. That is done for the welfare of these farmers. So what has the government proposed? The government has said that let us remove this whole APMC market and let the farmers deal directly with the corporates. Now here arises the problem. Moving ahead to the idea or the thought process by the government that removal of APMC will be beneficial for the farmers. That's right, everyone will at first think that only, that it is for the good that the APMC or mandis have been removed so that the farmers can directly deal with the corporates. That is what the government has proposed. But do you think the farmer will be able to, deal with these hi-fi corporates? The farmers say that though there was some certain level of exploitation happening in the mandis, but they were still better off. At least there was price discovery through auctioning. They could know that what price will their produce be sold at. There was MSP. There was an assurance that they will get, certain amount of price for selling their produce. But what is with the corporates? When the farmer comes to deal with the corporates, there is no assurance that will they get that minimum support price. So the farmers are really very much, tense regarding this. And also it shows that this bill, it has aimed to, empower the farmer. But it looks like the government is trying to empower the corporates more than the farmers. So moving ahead, I'll just briefly explain you the 3 bills which the government has formulated. All this while I was talking about the first bill, which is the removal of APMCs, and though the government thought that it is a great move, it has been backfired to them by the protest of the farmers, because they think that removal of APMCs will also mean removal of MSPs, and the farmers will get very less price if there is an excess supply because there is no assurance by the corporates. Secondly, the states have also revolted that because losing on APMCs or the mandis, they will lose on the mandi fees as well, which the states used to get. Secondly is the contract farming bill, which enables the farmers to enter into a contract with the agribusiness, exporters, wholesalers and firms. This will basically boost up the income of the marginal and the small farmers. Yet again, there has been an apprehension regarding this bill too, that though it says that it will help the farmers, they say that because these corporates have an upper hand, they have an edge, they might just exploit the farmers very much, and because the farmers are the weak players in the contract farming, they will be at the losing end. Then lastly is the essential commodity bills, which removes cereals, pulses, oil seeds, edible oils, potatoes and onions from the category of essential commodities. This has been done so that there is no stock holding except in certain situations. Though this has been a good move, yet again the critics say that this might give lot of power to the companies. They might stock and hoard the commodities and dictate the terms to the farmers. So moving ahead to the solution of this big great problem in our country. So I feel rather than what the government has done, the removal of APMCs, they could have made stricter rules for APMCs. They could have better regulated APMCs and implemented few laws which they should have followed, rather than this whole removal of APMCs. Secondly, rather than one nation one market, they could have had one nation one MSP, which could have worked wonders. And lastly, I think the government should address the concerns immediately of the people, of these farmers, and this could have helped a lot rather than the nationwide protest which is going on. So lastly, to conclude, I would say, guys, that the idea behind these bills wasn't bad. Of course, the government had a good intention, but the way it was implemented wasn't good. It could have been handled better and implemented better. Same was the case regarding GST and demonetization. The thought process or the ideation was good, but the implementation wasn't good. Next, I would say government shouldn't have taken the ordinance routes. Ordinances are laws which are promulgated by the president of a country, of course by the recommendation of the union cabinet, and they are passed with the immediate effect. So government shouldn't have taken that route, rather that they should have consulted and taken a slower decision rather than just rushing onto things. And lastly, of course, I would say everything in our country takes a political agenda. That makes things from bad to worse. Fights happening in the parliament, or maybe the oppositions, they taking benefit of the situations and being with the farmers, and that is when the situation gets very bad. So yeah, that's all, guys, from my side. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and share this video and subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already, and hope to see you in the next video pretty soon.